Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Minecraft. I've been caving or lighting up caves, and this here is most of the stuff I got. 8.5 stacks of iron. I also got a stack of gold, but it's smelting right now, and 42 redstone ore, 6 diamonds, tons of coal. Pretty good. Also, the mob system has picked up a lot of speed. Especially when you're standing there where I stood when starting the episode. I might be able to show you really quick here. As you see, I got rid of the water there because, as it turns out, the water does not work very well with the new mob AI because they can fight the current really hard and swim up really good. And it doesn't really matter if we have the drop-down area 5x5 because we're gonna get hoppers in the new patch. And I mainly wanted it smaller so I can set up an AFK stream more easily. But as we get hoppers, I won't have to do that with ice and unloaded chunks, so pretty good. Yeah, as I said, these directions are nearly completely lit up. Here's the dark spot, there, but everything there is pretty lit up. However, into this direction nothing is lit up. Yeah, originally I wanted to put this out yesterday, but I want to start working at the farming village here. That's why I lit up the cave, so while working I can pick up the occasional gunpowder. Because I want to get rid of that hill there. And I need a lot of TNT for that. Yeah, I rage quit Minecraft yesterday because I wanted to start working here and I thought, hey, make the walkways first because then you know what kind of space you need for them. And I couldn't make it work at all. I want to use jungle wood for walkways, but I'd love to have a roof on top of it, but I couldn't make it work. It just looks too blocky or too thick or too thin. Yeah, I tried 20 designs or so, but all of them were lackluster. So we're gonna ignore that problem. We will build the walkways later. And most likely we won't even have a roof on top. What we will do today is build a pumpkin farm, because I constantly run out of food. And I already have plans for potato farms and so on. So we will do the pumpkin farm first, because for the potato farm and cow farm I need to figure things out first. And this here is not a very effective way of terraforming. I found out that the hard way, because now the lava's there and it takes years to disappear. Unless you place blocks in it. And even then. Yeah, we will build a pumpkin farm around here. But I want to do a little bit of terraforming. I want to bring this up maybe to this side or one lower. Higher, not lower. I think I will go with one higher. Let me just do that and get the materials we need, and I'll see you then. Okay, I cleared out some space here and terraformed it. Next question is how to harvest the pumpkins. I know that they pop out when you push them with a piston, but I do not know, for example, if they also pop out when you push them with a block. So let's just try that. Yes, pops out. Actually, does that also work when you retract the block under them? No. So we have to push them with pistons from below. I want to harvest the full stack when I press a button, so yeah, we're gonna have 64 pistons, but I actually do not want them to retract at the same time. And I will have rows of 8, and I actually also do not want 8 of them to extend at the same time, because yeah, it always creates a bit of lag when you extend several pistons at the same time. Like in my element farm, I don't know, it's 48 pistons that extend at the same time, and it creates 2 seconds of lag or so, or 4 when I'm recording. So what I want to try here is with minecarts. Don't know if that works, but hopefully it will. So if we send a minecart over these detector rails, want to check if it extends 2 of them at the same time or if they go one after another. Hopefully they will go one after another. Yes, that's awesome. So we will use something like that. We could also use the repeaters to delay the signal, but it's gonna make our wiring really bulky if we do not want 8 of them to extend at the same time. Now, does the power array also send power to a block that's beneath? Or next to it, not beneath. I know that it sends power to the block beneath, but does this also work? Nope. Let's do a quick check here. That is where our pumpkins will be on, and that is where the pumpkin plants will be on. That should work, shouldn't it? I don't know exactly. Yeah. Okay. So we will do it like that. Then we will have power rails here. And another bunch of detector rails here. Might be a problem though. Well, not really. Yeah, I haven't shown you how I want to set this up, but I want to have 8 blocks like so. And then 8 blocks here. And that is where our pumpkin plants will be on. Actually, it will be one higher. No, wait a second. This will be where our pumpkin plants will be on, and this is where the pumpkins will be on. The problem I see here is that the minecart might run out of power though. So let's just try if that is enough to run the minecart up to this power rail here. I need a bunch of levers. Actually, I have torches. I can just use torches. There's the minecart. Does it make it all the way? It should. Let's send it back. Oh, that doesn't work. No. It might run out of power. Let's just... Yeah, I will just build this and then we see if it runs out of power, and if it does, we just have to extend the rail line. Rails are not really expensive, so... Because I've got this huge amount of iron and gold. See you in a sec. Alright guys, I set this up, so let's try it out. We can have dust here, simply block on top, button, and have hidden wiring, because now we can close this up. But the minecart might stop. And it does. No, it doesn't. Wait a second, why did this piston extend? Is that me here too? That's odd. It might be a bud issue, but I'm pretty sure I didn't make any buds without noticing. Let's try it again, look at it. This piston here now. Did the mechanics of this change? I mean, it could be diagonally powered from this block here, but that's below. Usually that doesn't work, so let's try out this. Also, I absolutely don't see why it gets a block update if it was a bud. Try it out. Still happens. I wonder why. It happens with all of these. I have no idea. Let me think about this while I show you the wiring. There's no wiring, it's only minecart tracks. I use pumpkins here. Those are jack-o'-lanterns, so I don't know if it's still the case, but farmland used to let light through, and pistons do let light through, and if we have farmland here, it gives a nice little diffuse lighting here. Yeah, that's all there is to it. The minecart just goes around here. I think what's happening is that when the minecart turns here, it also hits this detector rail for some reason. Because I don't know, they sometimes seem to glitch a bit to the side. Let's observe that. Yeah, we can simply try that out by having this here straight. So let's just do that. Get the minecart. I'm not allowed to take the minecart. And yeah, basically have it like this, turn around here. We can have power rail there. Or maybe we can't, I don't know. Does this power the rail behind? No. Ah, don't connect. Why do you connect? Actually, let's have some more power rails here. Because it's also a little bit slow in my opinion. And have this here straight. Nope. I want regular rail there. Cannot power these rails. So if my theory is correct, it now shouldn't extend this piston. Let's just try that out. Creeper check. No creepers. Where's the minecart? Okay, it's correct. We have to straighten the track there. Let me just do that and I'll see you in a sec. Pretty simple solution, fits into the same space. These are powered from below, by the way. So yeah, actually it's a block higher. But this should work and it should also be faster. Let's just test that out before we close this off. Yeah, it doesn't extend this piston. It didn't really matter all that much, but to me it does. This is cooler, I hope. So I guess I'll close this up and plant some pumpkins, and then we gonna design... Yeah, we have to somehow make this look good. See you in a bit. Again. There's also another problem, which you can see here. We don't want fruits here, we want them only here. And we could either replace this with another block that is not dirt or farmland or grass, like green wool, but it doesn't really look good. So we will try different things here. I have these ferns, we will try them. We will try tall grass. If this works, this is awesome, because this is the most unintrusive solution. I don't know if that was expressed correct. I mean, it's very subtle. You don't even notice it, especially when we have more tall grass around here. Then I want to try flowers. I'm pretty sure though that the pumpkins will override this, but we will see. And what else could we try? Yeah, torches obviously won't get overridden, but let's try them too. And to be sure, we will place blocks here. So they have to grow into this direction. Oh no, I'm missing a block. Let's use this one. Okay, it's pretty simple here and doesn't really look good. We just have fenced in the area, have a fence gate here, moss stone to the side. I might exchange this with mossy stone bricks. But we need a block here so we can have the button. Also, I will AFK here for an hour or so, see if this gets overwritten. And in the end we want to have a house to this side or that side. So we will not have a full fenced in area, we will have a house to the side. To make it look more logical. Yeah, that's pretty much about what I wanted to say for this little part here. Also, this minecart thing here is not originally my idea. I think I heard it from Generic B at the redstone panel at Minecon. That he used something like this, but he used it to dock around and I used it to solve the problem of 64 pistons extending at nearly the same time, which I don't want. So yeah, I'll see you in a sec. But for me it will be an hour. So till later. Enough with the waiting, let's enchant some stuff here. I also need to test if this is too loud for my microphone settings. But we'll see about that. Level 30! Give me level 30! Okay. Let me just turn that down. I hope that was not too loud. But it was a test. This should be fine. Is that Fortune 3? Yes. First of all, we will enchant an axe. Then we need to at least repair my boots. Yeah! That's awesome. Okay. Yay! Okay, as the next thing we will combine these two picks, because I want efficiency 4 at least. This This is 35 and this is 39. Okay, 35 levels it is. Yay! And how much do we have to pay to repair that? 37. Nah, I won't repair it. It's too expensive in my opinion. We will craft a new one. Let's see what we get here. Wow. Fortune 2. 30 levels. Well, I can still repair stuff with that. Also, we want a looting 3 sword, so we will do a sword. Maybe 2. Come on, looting 3 this time. Please, please, looting 3. Nope, more junk. It's better than the one I have right now, but it's still junk. Ah. Me looting, please looting. I want looting. What? What is up with you, Steve? That's junk. Oh my god. Oh my god. We will do another sword. I'm kind of scared already. Hope I won't get this one again. Really? That is exactly the same we got there. What is up with this game? We still have 4 diamonds, so I guess we will actually do another sword, yeah. I mean, at some point I have to have luck, don't I? Crossing fingers here. Let's do another sword. Okay, try number 5. I feel the worst. At least it's Bane of Arthropods 5 and not this useless 4, which already one hit kills spiders without criticals. I love 5. In case the spider with armor spawns. Let's go back, maybe the farm will cheer me up if it works. Okay, all of these seem to have grown except the one that we did block here. And tall grass seems to work. Also, did you know that all of them spawn facing the same direction? I did not know that. We should get 56 from this because we have 8 blocked spots. That light stuff seems to annoy me quite a bit. Makes it sort of laggy. We only got 54. Oh no. Got 56. Okay, that means we can finally do some cooking here. Make a bunch of pumpkin pies. Finally have reliable food source here. I wish you luck so you do not get 5 times Bane of Arthropods, or 4 times and 1 time Knockback 2 with level 30 enchants. And thanks for watching. Oh, before I forget, we still have to do the creative thing, so I will place these 2 flowers. I'm sorry guys, but I don't really have time, but in the next episode we will do only creative things. So yeah, take care.